everybody, welcome to Elisa's Art Room. Today we're going to be working on our Bluebird painting. So this is how far we have gotten on it, and we're going to continue that. Y'all come in, say hi, let me know you're here. I'm going to pull you guys up since we are live so I can see your chat. If you're watching this later, it may be a replay. The reference for this photo is by Timothy Comeaux. He provided this beautiful photograph to use for reference. So, and we are painting on wood for anyone who is new, and it is a pre-gessoed piece of wood. Hey, Angela. All right. Got a few people here. I am going to go ahead and pull the camera up because I got a lot to do still, and I was hoping I could finish it, but if I don't, it's okay. But we're going to try. All right, hold on one second. I'm in my way. Am I straight? I think I'm straight. How's that lighting? I think we're good. Debating if it feels a little dark. It's hard to tell because the painting is still very dark at this stage, so I might try and turn up this light on the side here if I can reach it. Maybe just one notch. That's a little bit better. Okay. Of course, now I have glare from my water bottles. See if I can move them a little bit. All right. Hopefully that'll work. Hey, Lori. Okay, so where are we? Let's see. I think I might work on the eye and the beak first. We got a lot to do. I still got a lot of feathers to do and highlighting, and then the branches. I know it seems like it's almost done, but it's just all that little detail. It takes up time. But I think I will work on the eye and the beak. So for that, I'm going to need my browns, black, a little bit of white for gray. All right, pretty much all my colors. All right, we're going to start with some Liquitex Mars Black. Just a little, don't really need much of that. And some burnt umber. On it. Let's see if I can get that off. Oh, let's see, I need to refill my wipes. Okay, some burnt umber. And what have I been using? I feel like maybe burnt sienna or red oxide. Close. I'll just put them both down just a little. You could probably get away with one or the other of these. One's burnt sienna, one is red oxide. They're very similar, but I think the burnt sienna has just a touch more black to it. Let's see, what else do I want? White. So some titanium white. Noisy. And does that that it? That might be it. Oh, I think I've been using a touch of a red. What was it? Red light, probably. Possibly vivid red orange. I'm just going to go ahead and put them all out, guys. All right. Drop of vivid red orange. I'm not sure how much of that I used. And then I think I was using some red light. Those are just to mix in with those browns to give us a little more of the red color. All right, I'm going to try and zoom just a fraction and hopefully stay in camera. Let's see if I can do that. Maybe about there. All right, let's try that. So first thing I'm going to do is work on this beak. It's close, but I do need a better line in the middle and then the orange around that edge. So I'm going to work on that first. There is the nostril there. We still really don't have that down well. So let's see. I'm going to just use this as a little Royal Langnickel 10-0 by Moderna. I get these at Hobby Lobby. They're real nice liners. I think it's probably my favorite liner. This used to be my favorite liner. This little 5-0. I got a new one sitting here. 5-0 Royal Langnickel. But it's a little longer than the Moderna, so I get more control with it being just a little bit shorter. And it's a tiny bit fatter. But they both work, but I think this one's become my favorite just over time. I'm going to put a really dark line in there. Probably just go with mostly black. A tiny, tiny, tiny drop of brown in there. So I can draw that line for the beak, hopefully. See if I can do it. When you draw these type of lines, you don't really have to freak out if they're perfectly straight, because you're usually going to add some paint around the edge of it, and that will kind of fix it up. So, because even though I have a relatively steady hand, it's rare I can get these perfectly straight. That should work. I might go ahead and add some of that for that nostril too. And probably the pupil. I'm trying to get that pupil nice and dark. I'm just going to add black. So now I want to, let's make a gray. I'm going to add a little bit of weight to this. This color is kind of around the, and drop a brown to it. Then it's around the nostril and just in general around the beak. Mostly on the top. Hey, Deborah. Kind of goes back here. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then just try and get some of those nuances in there with the slightly darker gray. A little bit through here. I'm just adding kind of some texture. A little bit there, and then just a little bit darker right where these feathers meet. I'm still going to be putting feathers over that, so I'll cover up some of that, I'm sure. Let's see if I can darken up that line on the outside of that eye while I've got this color. I need a pile of water. Let me just spritz it. A lot of times I'll just spritz so I can pull water instead of dipping water because it gives me a little more control. It's just the dark part of this ring, and then it will have a light highlight right on the center of it. Okay, let's switch to some of that orangey color. I think we'll go with this one. Don't ask me what it was. I can't never. I burnt red oxide. I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering that color. Here, I'm just going to set it there. If I look at it, I can remember, but I can't remember for whatever reason. Alright, so red oxide is pretty much what these colors are. Oh, that might be too bright. It will dry a little darker, but I think it's too bright. I'll go a little bit more of the brown in there. Maybe just the burnt sienna in there. That's not dark enough. Let's go with a little bit of burnt umber in it. That's better. Alright, so this is under. And then it's also at the end. And then just on the top of the line, I'm going to go a little darker. It's on the top of the line and then below the line. And that's where you can kind of fine tune that line. Hey, Elsa. So I'm trying not to go on that black line. I just want to go on each side of it so I don't lose it. A little bit more. It's the easiest way I know to get that nice line in there. Let me see if I can zoom this just a fraction. Just remind me to zoom back out, guys. I'm going to zoom for a minute. Okay, is it focused? It doesn't like to stay in focus when I zoom. I'll try not to forget. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I forget. All right, a little bit of white. I just kind of wiggle it back and forth. Barely touching. I want that top piece. Right there. It's a little bit wider. I almost need yellow. Yeah, just a little yellow. That's Cad Yellow Deep. I'm just going to use it to lighten up my orange so it's not, I don't want to go, the white will make it turn pink. I don't want it to turn pink. But if I lighten it with yellow, it'll stay in the orange tone. Pulling in water as I need it. Much there. Let me scooch this way just a fraction. It's just below that nostril. A little bit of highlight there. That's pretty good. Darken the end of that just a fraction. Try to find a place that's not so wet. It might be too dark. Let's add some brown. Don't forget to wipe your ferrule because sure enough, it'll drip on you. Just a little bit darker on the end. I'm trying to fatten it up just the tiniest bit. Almost need to be the other direction. I think I'm all right. Maybe a teeny bit pointier. Yeah, I gotta turn it. Some things I can't get that point. That's better. All right. I'm gonna just do a little bit of a wash on this color. A little bit more. Tone it down, just the edges of it. So it doesn't look like I just stuck it there. Okay. Maybe just a tiny bit darker right there. All right, beak is looking pretty close. I'm going to darken that nostril if I can get it to go any darker. Just a little bit. All right, I'm good with the beak. All right, let's go to the eye. We want to try to darken that center area just a fraction. I'm just guessing where my circle is because honestly at this point it's hard to see. It'll always look darker when you first put it down because it's wet, so. But it won't dry this dark. As you can see, the pupil almost totally disappeared. It's still there, but it's subtle. All right, and then now to try to get the ring. The ring is always a challenge, especially when you're painting this small. If you're painting a little bit bigger, it's not so hard, but when you're painting this small, it's definitely a little bit of a challenge. All right, so I'm going to get some gray. Let's see, maybe here. No, I'm looking at is, let me see if I can show you. Okay, can you see on the ring, there's like a ring and then there's a highlight right in the middle of it. That's what I'm trying to get. So I'm just gonna tap. I'm not drawing. You know, I'm not doing a straight line. I'm just tapping it in so it will work better. I just like to turn it because it just is easier. I can't, for whatever reason, do it without turning it. And if this isn't light enough, I might have to go around one more time. Hey, Deborah. And as you do it, you can start seeing the eye take its little shape. Hey, Willeen. All right, I think it's not too bad. Just a fraction more there. Oops, no color. Nothing coming off my brush. All right, I think that is good. And then I want that highlight. There's some white and blue and a little bit of brown in that highlight. There's a lot of little colors going on in there. We're going to start with a light gray. I don't even have any blue down yet. We'll just start with some gray. And it's very much like a half circle. See if I can get it on there. Oh, that's not even showing up. All right, let me get some blue while I'm at it. Over there using phthalocyanine blue, I think, and cerulean, but I'll go ahead and get the cerulean out because I might as well. Always spread your water every now and then. All right, back into some gray. So, drop more black. And a teeny bit of blue. All right, let's see if I can get this highlight. Highlights are scary, guys. They really kind of are. You just have to kind of trust that you can do it. But it's best to dab and not try to draw a line. So I'm trying to keep the shape of the pupil there. And just draw a highlight around it. I'm going to go a little bit darker. This edge goes a little bit darker. Not too much darker. I went too far. Too much. And then I'm lighter. Tiny, tiny bit. This side. There's like clouds. And stuff. There's just the tiniest bit up here. Oh, too much. And just a little bit of blue. It's like a cloud showing in there that's some bluish white color. Just at the top. Okay. I might go just one fraction more white. Clean this up in a second. Just dropping it on there. Can always back it off a little bit by tapping it. All right, I think the highlight's good. Can you see it? I think you can see it. Okay. All right, like that. I'm not going to concentrate too much on the eye yet because I still got to add a bunch of feathers in there. So let's start adding feathers around it. Do I want to use this or my other one? I think I'm going to use some. So we're going to do that grayish blue color because that's what's in there anyway. We're going to add just some more feathers right around the eye there. I'm trying to see how far in that goes. Let's see, I'm going to turn it sideways. Alright, I see it. Sometimes I have to stare for a minute. Be like, okay, what am I looking at? I'm looking at this light. It's just around this eye. There's maybe a little more of a blue tone to it, but that's okay, or brown tone, but I can tone it down with a glaze. I would rather just get the color differences in here. Okay, and then there's a little more this edge. And this edge comes to a point just a little bit. That's a little closer to that circle. Oops. And just a little more white to that. Okay. Trying to get my paint's already drying out. When you're working with thin paint on your board, it will dry out fast on you. The tone's a tiny bit whiter than the picture, but like I said, I can always glaze if the tone's off. You can't do it. Well, you know what? I couldn't always do it either. It took practice. So I wouldn't give up. If it's something you really enjoy and want to do, don't give up, because if you look back at my earlier bird paintings compared to my bird paintings now, there is a lot of difference. There really is, and it just takes practice. And it really didn't take that much time to get to that. Now, granted, I guess having a steady hand and stuff too is going to apply. But like I said, if you dot instead of trying to just draw a line, and you're just barely touching, that helps me, because my hand's not always steady either. I get low blood sugar and all kinds of things, and I can't draw a straight line for nothing. But if you take just little bitty strokes and you're barely touching and just build it up, it will work. You just got to be real patient. Very, very patient. I think that's the key with doing realistic stuff, is just being patient and not expecting results immediately. And if you do that, you'll be okay. Let's see. Oops, I need more water. Light colors in here, just a little bit. Every time you see me move my hand, that's because I'm looking at my reference. Looking at my reference constantly. Okay, let's see. I'll zoom back out just a fraction because I'm going to get out of camera, guys. Okay, that's good, that's good. Let me get these little detail feathers back in here. And that one. It's all these little separations that really make it look right. There's some whites all the way down through there. A little bit whiter than that. Maybe some of that yellowish orange color in there. It's probably too much. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It might be too much. I'll add more white. I'm mixing with my liner, and that's a no-no. I do it all the time, but it is a no-no. Clean my ferrule. Alright. This will look funny because I don't have the brighter orange on there yet, but once I do, it'll make more sense. That's good. I feel like there's some orange. Let's see if I can get this color. Just a little bit of... There's a little orange on that beak I missed, so I'm going to try to get it if I can. It's right at the edge. Let's see if I can get it on there. It's real subtle, and I don't know if y'all can even see it, but it is there. All right, that's good. That's good. Let's do that blue color some. There's a lot more light through here, though. I do have this down here. Let me see if I can grab some of it. This is very soft through here. I don't know if it's just the focus. Not that it really matters, but it is very soft through there. I'm going a lot looser and more water to try to keep that softness. Oops, I don't really want that yellow. Let me get that yellow off my palette. It's going to cause me problems. Oops, grab my orange. Alright, do that again. So back into some gray. Tiny bit of blue. Oh, the blue's always way more than I wanted. Where's my palette knife? I don't even want my palette knife. I honestly want something else, but I'll try with my palette knife. Far. Open a bag of wipes. Okay, try that again. I'm hoping it's not too, I can't tell if it's too light. Yeah, it's too light. Hard to tell because it always dries darker. I'm going to go with it. If I have to, I'll darken it later. I just want to get it softer looking. Where's that line at? Is it there? Okay, I like that. Just a couple little light strokes there. Maybe just a couple little light strokes here. I feel like I lost that one little black area in there. Right there. I'm just going to put it back. All right, let's switch to orange or blue. Let's do blue. Blue it is. Do I want to clean that? Nah, I'll just add blue. All right, so this is phthalo blue. And tiny bit of that cerulean blue. The cerulean seems to pretty much almost be phthalo with some white. What does it need? Maybe more cerulean. It's close. It's always darker than I think. Let's try that. I'm in camera. All right, we're going to do this head just a little bit. Let me spray my board again. But yeah, you should go back and look at some of my earlier paintings. You'd be surprised at the difference. Dragging my hand. There's a little more dark in there, but I'll add it back, I think, in a minute. So here's where we start just building this color up, layer by layer, until we get it to where we want it. See if I can get a little bit of a gray blue in there. Interesting mix where those two come together right there. A lot of orange through here too. I'm going to switch, when I do the other feathers, I'll probably switch to the bigger brush. I'll try it with this for right now. Just adding a little bit of that white gray. There's a little spot. Let's see, where is it? Here. That's too much, but that's okay. I'll fix it in a second. And here. Get back into this. I'm going to go much brighter through here, but I might do that as another layer in a minute. I don't know. I'm trying to kind of do it as I go, but it's a subtle difference right there. Okay. I think that is looking okay. All right. Too bad. Just a little bit more on this. Try to keep those little pieces that are just coming off the edge. It's almost smooth, but it does have little pieces still. Okay. I need more orange in there. Let's grab some orange. I need to mix up a pile of this. Orange and... oh, that might be about right. Maybe a teeny bit more. And this color. Trying to darken it just a little bit. Alright, let's try that. I think it's too dry. Let me wet it some. If I can find water on my board. If it's too dry, it'll go on too thick. It won't look as translucent as I want it to. That's better. Okay. Just trying to get some of these feathers. Get a lot of lightning to do through here. All right. switch. I think I'm going to switch to the other brush. I don't know. I'm going to lighten that right there first before I switch. Some yellow in there. Let me see how that looks. I think it has white. It's definitely going to have some white in it. Boy, that dried out fast. Right, a little bit of white. Okay, where was I? We're blending in between. Not light enough still. I switch to my other brush. I keep saying that and I haven't done it yet. I will sit and do a whole painting on with a liner because I don't really mind the tediousness of it. I have been known to do it. More white. And more water. Okay, let's get these. Just trying to get these little patchy pieces so I can start defining these feathers a little bit better. I might switch brushes. I keep saying it. I keep telling myself I need to switch, but mostly because I don't want to be here all night. I don't know if y'all like it if I'm here too long. I can see it getting a little bit tedious, but you can always fast forward. I usually will try to put a time lapse up for people who just kind of want to see the process, but not, you know, sit through 10 hours of painting. Which I will probably try to do. I'm not recording the time lapse, and I used to do that as I was recording, but I need my iPhone to see the chat, so I can't do both. These little highlights are the tips of the feathers. So you kind of have to keep that in mind as you're painting. Don't go so far into the feather that you lose the feather itself. You find it relaxing? That's good. I mean, I myself have been known to watch other painters for hours, so I can understand that. Granted, half the time it put me to sleep. And I know y'all think my voice is relaxing, so it probably put y'all to sleep too. Good thing there's replays, huh? Need more. I think there's more yellow there. Yeah, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white. Try to start lightening up that front area there. It's definitely a lot lighter. I don't like to go too far too fast because it's harder to back it up. It's too much on my brush. Hear my child in there laughing. She's in there playing D&D. They get a little bit crazy sometimes. They're giggling. There's so many little twists and turns on these feathers. You just have to kind of keep looking until you see them. I'm just tapping it sometimes where I get too much on the middle part of the feather so I can soften it. Okay, that's doing okay through there. We definitely need more yellow. My tummy is gurgling again. I had lemon chicken with asparagus tonight. I haven't had that in a while. It sounded good. Closer to this color. Too much. You're wide awake tonight? I'm not doing too bad tonight. Maybe because there's no storms. I'll switch to my little rake. Where is it hiding? Is there somewhere? Is that it? Nope, that's round. Is that it? My little bestie filbert rake. Tiny bit more white. See if I can get some of these. Trying to get a little better on the detail strokes here. Where's that one? Oh, it's not wet enough. Okay, water bottle. You're not cooperating. Knocked it off the table. It's a very narrow base, that water bottle. It's like I love the water bottle, but I don't like the base. I'm always knocking it off. Trying to get my angle. I'm always knocking it off my table. I might have to turn. I honestly don't like painting upside down, but sometimes it works best. Still needs more yellow. tone is about, well, not the tone, but the brightness is getting there. But I do need to tone it. I might end up glazing it if I can't get it to look right. But I am liking the feathers. They're starting to definitely take their shape now. Some more yellows. Too much. A lot of little bitty pieces in there. Alright. It's not too bad, but it does need more orange and yellows. Let's see if we can mix up some brighter colors. A little bit more of that orange color, which was the I think that is red light. Red medium? Red medium. I bet it's red medium. Let me look at it. If I can open it. Oh my goodness, bottle. What did I do to you? I'm sure I just opened you. Maybe. Nope. That's why I can't open it. Must have been the red light. Yep, red light. Cadmium red light. I think that's really close. Try and get some of these darkers back in there because I don't think I had it. Nice. I think I like that tone. Alright, I gotta switch back over. It's so hard for me to see what I'm doing that way. Not sure why, but it really is. Don't lose too much of your dark colors in there. Need a little bit of yellow. I might end up grabbing that blue and turn it green. These are definitely yellower. I don't know if I can do it without losing the brightness. I feel like I am losing the brightness. Alright, I'm going to stick to it. Almost white. White and yellow. Just a drop of orange. And then I might end up glazing it. It's going too soft on me. Alright. Maybe more thickness. I don't want it to go too soft or it won't. I'll lose my definition. I have to switch to another spot and come back to this one. I think it's just too wet. It's still not bright enough. Maybe more white. Closer. It's definitely a very white color. But it's almost yellow azo, but not quite. very, very little tips on the end. Starting to hold my breath. I focus too much, I start holding my breath. My kitty cat must want out. Find some water. There's some. Sometimes it takes a little while to get it. I'd rather go slow and build it slow and not have it go too far. Very, very light color on the edges. Possibly even lighter, but I might add that later. All right, let's see. Let's jump to more of that orange. Let's wash and brush out. Some more of this nice orange color. Drop of that color. I don't want to lose this color here is about where it needs to be, so I got to be careful I don't lose too much of that. But just add enough of this orange to brighten it. And probably come back with a little bit lighter highlight. You want out, kitty cat? Not sure if I can get it this edge. All right, let's see. I didn't want to have to turn it, but I might. Let's see if I can do it without turning it. I'm using this little filbert on its edge. Went too far out. Okay, there's that train again. My favorite train. Maybe. Alright, let's add some white and yellow. Just try to add a couple little pieces here and there. more white and more yellow. Oh, he laid back down. I guess he's okay. Closer. Use it just on the tips of some of these feathers. Okay. Maybe just a little right here. It's not bad. All right. Try to lighten that edge up a little more. Still not quite there. Get some orange out of this brush. All right, white and yellow. Just a bit more. There are spots where this almost goes pure white. Okay. I'm just gonna, not quite that dark. Let me pull some back in. A little more highlight through these. All right, what do you think? Getting there? All right, that's good. I like that. What time is it? 10:15. It takes me so long. I'm definitely starting to see things that need lightened, but that's okay. There's a little bit right here. Not sure what it is, but we'll stick it in there anyway. And I might even put this color right here to blend. I might add some white to it in a second, but I need to soften this. This has got a lot of, let me just get a bunch more on there. This whole area's got to go a long way, so we're just going to start with this orangey yellow. Don't cover up my foot. I think there's a foot there. That's what I decided. There's a foot there somewhere. We're just going to kind of hint at it. And then we're going to go much wider through here. I don't want to totally lose the dark if I can help it. So I got to get that stick in there. Let's put that through there too, I think. Well, let's put a little more brown in it. White and brown. Where's brown? Just brown? Maybe that brown. I'm just trying to soften it. The feathers down here are very much downy. Not as much detail to them. Trying not to lose all that dark if I can help it. Alright, let's see. Lighten that up with I think red oxide and maybe even some, gosh, almost yellow. Maybe some, do I have some yellow ochre or something? That's yellow oxide. That might work. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try yellow oxide. Yellow oxide and some white. Let me rinse my brush. And I gotta spritz again. Okay, yellow oxide and white. Where'd it go? This one? I think. See, I'll see my pile? You can't see my pile. I've moved over too much. Not that it's a big deal, but I have a pile of paint there. Really, I do. Alright, I'm going to start getting these feathers a much lighter color. So we are into some yellow oxide and white. Maybe the slightest bit of the brown or orangey color that was in my brush. The decent amount of water so it doesn't get too stiff. I may end up toning it down with a glaze because it's going to be too hard to do it without doing that, I think. Where does that stick? It's about right there. These are messy feathers. I'm not going to overthink it though. Sometimes you just kind of do the best you can. Don't try to match it exactly or you'll go crazy. Alright, let's see. This is actually got more white in it. I'm going to add a little more white. Touch black for gray. Oops, way too much. Touch of black for gray. Try not to completely obliterate that dark. More dark. Oh, didn't go. A lot more black than that. There we go. Trying to get it to blend. It's got a light to a dark there. It's really subtle. All right, Kiba, just a second, buddy. Thinking I might glaze in that a little bit. Give me 1 second. I will come rescue you, kitty cat. All right, let me go rescue my kitty cat. He wants out. I gotta go to the bathroom. So you can't see. I'm gonna zoom back out. Oops. Let me zoom out. You can't see what I'm doing. My blue line was lying to me. All right. Sorry about that. I got out of camera. I got to painting and I wasn't looking. All right. So we're just lightening up this area. I need more yellow. Nope, way too gray. Yellow oxide and white color there. I'm running out of space. All right, hold on. Let me clean this off just a little bit. Need more room. And my hands are getting messy. Okay. Where's my brush cup? There it is. Okay. Yellow oxide, white. Tiniest bit of orange in it. Still trying to get to this color here. It's a little bit difficult of color. I'm also trying to soften it because this is still a little too detailed. It just needs to be softer. Still don't know where that twig is. I had it drawn on there, but I lost it. But I'm gonna guess. We shall guess. Somewhere there. I think I lost a little more black than I wanted to lose, but I don't know if I can get it back in there. Let's see. Just hint at some black undertones through here. That. See, that's where it goes more blue-gray. It's real weird. It's like blue-gray right on the edge. I guess it's just lighting or something. Different tone. Blue and some black. Some more blue-gray down here. Close. Just a little softer through there, I think. My yellow ochre color. I'll just keep layering it until I like it. I think I lost my foot, but that's okay. I can add it back if I have to. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to slip in a little bit of this orangey color. I feel like it's fairly dark. Nope, that's probably not dark enough. Let's go that way. Let's see, I want to just blend these two together better. A little bit softer. The feathers blend pretty soft through there. Okay, I think that is okay. I'm gonna lighten up this just a tiny bit here and there. Not too much. Just a little. Alright. That's good, that's good, that's good. Now I need the blue on the wing. Clean this off again. What time is it? Almost 10:30. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, guys. Alright, blue on the wing. So very bright. This is really on. Let's see how that looks. little feather there. I'll go with pure phthalo is still here. I gotta see if I can tone that edge down ever so slightly. These are my little long pieces. They need to be lighter. Grab a little more of that color. Alright, so, nope, more white. Let's try this. So, about 1, 2, 3. Okay. Trying to get this tip. Need more water. Weird shape right there. Can you still? I think you can kind of see. Let me see. Let me see if I can scooch this way a little bit so I can zoom. I'll try and zoom just a fraction. It's so hard to stay. When I get down to the lower parts, it's hard because it's too far away from my body. Okay, so there's that. Oops. No paint. I'm trying to get that kind of ovalness there. Almost. I think I just need more dark at the top of it or something to shape it. That's what it is. Get that water off my ferrule. Alright, so this is just further down. Kinda. Still not pointy enough. That little feather spot there is bugging me. It's a little closer. Okay. And it's got that brown feather there. Which right now just looks like it's kind of stuck there. It looks weird. I might have a little more. See if I can blend it softer. Nope, not that color. Maybe a little more black. Tried to add burnt umber, but it wasn't quite enough. I think I just need to add maybe that light color. Brown and white probably. Burnt umber and white hopefully is about that white color that's in there. It seems like an odd feather to be there, but for whatever reason it is. A little brown feather stuck in there. Alright, that's better. I think I like that. And then there's a teeny bit of it showing here. We're just going to go a little higher. Okay. And then this tip right there. you cooperate? Nope, not brown enough. It's really just looking very white. Oh, well. I might tone it down with the glaze. If I can't get it, I'll tone it with the glaze. So I got that little tip there, that's fine. Any other tips? There's one right here. This brush isn't really working for me. Hold on. Let's switch brushes. I need a liner. Right. Where is it? Right there. Right there. And here. I'm just purposely going to put these a little bit bright and then I'll tone them later. There's actually a white line on the edge down here too. I didn't even see it until now. It's real subtle. Yeah, about like that. Okay. What else is missing? Highlight's not light enough still. See if I can lighten that just a fraction. Water, water, water. Alright, some white. Nope, more white. Alright, let's try that. Not quite bright enough. I'm going to try to brighten it up just a little bit. I might go lighter in a minute, but not right now. Alright, that's okay, that's okay. I feel like we need bright blue. I think I stuck my hand in my paint. Stuck my arm in my paint. Alright, let's see if we can brighten up this wing a little bit. Just not quite as bright as I want it. And then I'll add back on any highlights that I need to after the fact. Poor kitty. Poor kitty is crying. The edge. Let's see if I can get it. Try to do it with this, but I got it. I think I'm going to turn it. Sorry, just bear with me. Maybe just teeniest bit of dark. It's hard to get the edge. Try to work it in there. I can't really clean it up on the outside because I've already got my background, so can't really do that. You can kind of clean it up if you mess up, but which I'm a little further out than I want to be. Let's see if I can get some of that off. I think it's from last week, honestly, but it might come off. Let's try that. Dry. Trying to get that edge better. Maybe it needs more white. I think that might be it. It just needs more white. This brush is cooperating or not. It's kind of cooperating. It's kind of not. Okay. Tiny bit of white. I'm using the filbert, but I'm using the edge. I definitely need to be brighter through there, I think. It's hard to tell because I went a little bit darker with my background than this photo. That needs to be lighter. This one right here. I want it to stand out from that back feather enough. Hopefully not go too far. Okay, I think that's better. And there still needs to be a lighter area right there. Right through here. There's just a little bit of a light area. Don't quite have it. There's a dip there I'm trying to get, and it's right above it. Let's see if I can get it with some more blue. It's close. Okay, maybe if I add some of those little feathers that are light. Just a hint. Those. Hint through there. Very close. All right, maybe close enough. Sometimes you just have to fix it with glazes, which I may end up doing. I'm gonna try to get this one little shadow right here. Nope. Darker. Where is it at? I saw it. There it is. Just a little bit of a shadow there. Try to get it dark enough under that wing again, because I think I lost some of it. That goes underneath. That's better. Time is up. Getting late. I might get one more live out of this, guys. Weird feather there. I think I got it. Almost needs to be a tiniest bit brighter. Find some blue. trying to go slow because there's such subtleties, guys, in this feather. I don't want to go too far and have to do it again. Where'd I put that white? Just make it bigger. Trying to see highlights and stuff. Need more water. Okay, a little bit lighter up here. Okay, that's not bad. I think we're getting there, guys. Slowly but surely. Alright, I think I want... I'm going to touch up some of that light blue color. Tiniest bit of gray to it. It's not white enough. It's more on the gray end than the blue end. I'm too far on the blue end. Honestly, I need a clean spot, guys. Knocking stuff on the side there. Nope. Wrong direction. Try and get some much lighter feathers in here. I'm almost just tapping. They kind of go all the way through here. Spot above the beak there. Couple little pieces through here. these teeny, teeny, tiny frayed edges to get those dots. That's good. I like that. I want that to be just a tiniest bit whiter. It's very blue right now. I don't know how well that comes up through on your end, but it is very blue. That is a big deal, but it's kind of more gray. Although I might do a wash over it to tone it. We're just going to leave it white for now. And then I'll tone it with a wash. But I really want this little bit of highlight right there to show. It just helps to shape that eye. Okay, there's more under this too. I just cannot get light enough here. We're just going to go right into the white. Right, we still need these pieces to be a lot lighter. Sliding. More white. This is like where the sun is peeking through, so if it's not light enough, it won't look right. So you really got to go as light as you can, just on the edge. Okay. Highlight a teeny bit more. I feel like I need that shadow in there. See if I can get enough water. I don't know if I can do it with this brush. Let's not even try. Switch. I've got the front part, but not this back part. Get the color to show. Too much. All right, maybe about there. Push this one. All right, where are we at? Still needs to be oranger there. Oh. I want to use pure. It's almost pure cad yellow light. Cad red light, I mean. Not yellow. Try to get a little more in here. Just here and there. I did want to go back with my white, but I might have to. We'll see. It just wasn't quite as light orange as I wanted. if I need vivid red orange. Where is my vivid red orange? Not that one. There it is. Nope, that's that one. Huh. That's not the color I want. Transparent burnt sienna. Nope. I'm not seeing it. Alright, we'll just work with what we have. Let's add a little more of this burnt sienna to it. It needs to be just a little more between here. Wonder if it just needs red. Let me show you. I didn't want to go red, but see what happens. I'm just gonna put a drop in there. That might be it. Just needs a drop of red to get that brightness. Obliterate it too much. I'm going to have to go back over with some highlights, but that's okay. I should have had this on there first, and it looked like it was okay, but it's just not as red as it needed to be. Okay, I'm happier with that. I think it's closer to the tone I wanted. Might even throw a little down through here. Not too much, but just a little. More water on it, maybe, if I can find water. No water left on my palette. There we go. Just a fraction through there. Nice. Okay. Good. What time is it? Oh, almost 11. Yep, we're out of time. We're running out of time. Okay. Tell you what. Let's see. I am going to hit that real quick. If I can find that color. I think it's this one. I want it a little bit thicker. Where's my water? Don't fall. It's still looking a little too solid or something. Or not solid enough. Just gonna smooth that out just a fraction. Some highlights. I don't know exactly where that stick is, but it's okay. the highlights here and there. I think once we get the stick in there, that'll be closer. So I'll do the stick next time. A couple of those little pieces there. That's good. And then maybe just this right here. Not that much. Quit going that far. Okay. I think that's closer. Trying to get these subtle lights and darks in there. Like I said, you can always glaze it if you go too far. So don't freak out about it. Glazing works wonders. Okay. I think that's good. I think that I don't know if I have the face bright enough or not. I might work on it next time. I'm not sure about this area. It almost needs to be a little lighter on the tips, I think. That's what I'm thinking is wrong. But we're out of time. So I'm half tempted to go ahead and draw that in though. Just so I know where it is. And then it'll be dry for starting. So let's see. Where's my chocolate? I had it on there, but it's gone now. We'll do this other one too while we're at it. And I'll put a base coat and then we'll call it quits. Okay, let's see if we can line this guy up. That's right, maybe. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. And we're just going to put a base of, I think just burnt umber. Burnt umber should do. Now just give us a base coat for a starting point on our little tree limb. Not going quite as fat as I drew it. I also there's a lot of weird branch goings-ons in this photo. I didn't do all of that. I just kind of picked and chose some branches. All right, so there's that. Do this one. I need more water. I'll just try to dip my brush. I can always erase the chalk line, no big deal. Not a big deal. And what was going on there? I didn't quite get it drawn. That's okay, we're gonna guess. Something like that. This per number's thick. draw a line if it's too thick. The only thing to remember when drawing branches or sticks is that they always are fatter at the base or the bottom, and then they get skinnier. So make sure your base is fatter and you'll be good. Okay, I think that should be okay for a stick. Gives a good base to go off of, and we can continue. My husband gave up. He was waiting to get in the shower, and he's like, okay, you've gone over. Time's up. All right, that's good. We'll call it quits there. Let me zoom back out. And we are good. All right, guys, I will be back on Friday with our vintage Paris junk journal, and we'll continue on this next Wednesday. All right, y'all. It almost looks finished, and it's really close, but I am going to touch it up and do some glazing and stuff. So, all right, y'all take care. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we will see you next time. All right, bye-bye.